honestly, mindfulness for me, when we start doing this work, it's one of the pillars of foundation that we need to start building, like learning how to breathe, learning how to recognize what's happening in our system. Because if we don't know how to recognize what's happening in our system, we're just going to keep reacting to it. So, yeah, mindfulness is it's where everything starts when we start doing the DBT skills training program.
Okay, I want to just focus in because I think mindfulness is a spectrum, like you're saying about if something that you're doing right now, mindfulness practice is working for you effectively, keep doing it. What we're discussing here may be deviating from your typical idea of people think meditation. I know I did
Mm.
when I thought of mindfulness, this
Yeah.
idea that I'm supposed to sit in silence, focus on my breath, clear my mind of thought, and if I'm not able to absolutely empty my mind, I'm doing it wrong. What do you say to that thought?
Yeah, I've been there. That's the first thing that I say to that thought. When I first started doing this type of work, I had a huge pushback against doing the mindfulness aspect of it. So, because I literally could not sit for extended periods of time, I didn't know how to, be able to sit with the different thoughts that were going on because I just thought as soon as I try to focus my mind and empty my mind of thoughts, because that's what I thought mindfulness was all about. My mind just gets really busy and I can't do it. So screw that. I'm not going to do it. And I would, I just, to be honest with you, I used to lie to people and tell them I was practicing mindfulness when in actuality I wasn't. Because I just had a huge pushback against it because my mind was so busy. Then one day I actually sat down with somebody who was a big yogi. So she was a huge practicer of yoga and we were talking about mindfulness, and she said to me, what do you think mindfulness is? I said, well, it's the ability to be able to empty your mind of thoughts and sit there in this space of nothingness, and with all the Zen thought process. She goes, well, yeah, that is one aspect of mindfulness, but true mindfulness is noticing how full your mind is. That's why it's called mindfulness. And I went, oh. She said, yeah. So when we're practicing mindfulness, what we're trying to do is notice how full our mind is of thoughts and feelings and sensations and all these different things that are going on, and just notice them as thoughts and feelings and sensations. And it completely shifted my perspective on what mindfulness, the practice of mindfulness, was all about. Because in the mindfulness practice that I've developed for myself now and the studies that I've done, I've come across this information that most people, when they first start doing this work, can't focus their mind for more than a couple of seconds. So, in other words, as soon as we try to sit down and focus our mind and empty our mind of thoughts, and we're getting ourselves, attending to our breath or focusing our mind on that thing that's in front of us, so that we're really practicing being in the moment. Within a couple of seconds, there's thoughts and feelings that drop into your mind that try to take you away from that attention. So, from a DBT perspective, yes, again, just bringing it back dialectically speaking, if that's something that you are practicing, silent meditation, guided meditation that helps you to, and you're capable of doing that, please don't think that I'm saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that for the vast majority of people, when they first start out on this journey, particularly as we spoke about before, that those people that are emotionally sensitive, that grew up in emotionally invalidating environments, which is essentially what the DBT approach is designed to work with and for. Focusing your mind for long periods of time into emptiness is something that we're just not capable of doing.